I believe it's for right now, and here's why. In the state of Texas, and in, I think it's 47 other states, you do not have to prove citizenship to vote. You can get a driver's license through a social security number that you get from the federal government that doesn't verify citizenship right now with the Biden administration. And there are several other ways that you can get a driver's license, and that's how you vote. You do not, and you have to check a box saying you're a citizen, but our speaker killed the bill that would have required proof of citizenship. So my concern between now and the election is figuring out how do we stop these people from voting, because they're tracking them. They've all got phones. And I think the immigration issue is bigger than we think. It's not just that they're coming in, that they're going to affect some future election. They're trying to make it affect now.
Okay, folks, so I was going to show you something pretty interesting from Bill Milughan, national correspondent for Fox News, based in LA. And it's not about Fox News. I'm not a fan of mainstream media, but he's brought up some interesting stuff himself about evidence that the Department of Homeland Security has been, of course, as we know, they flew from about an 8-month stretch from January through August 2023. They flew about 200,000 illegal aliens into the U.S. via this program, and I'll show you what it is. So let's take a look at this. He says exclusive internal DHS data reveals the 45 plus U.S. cities that hundreds of thousands of migrants have flown into via the Biden administration's controversial CHNV mass parole program. Okay, we'll see what this is. CHNV. The data was obtained by Homeland GOP via a subpoena to DHS and was provided to Fox News. The DHS data shows that during an 8-month stretch from January through August 2023, as I said, roughly 200,000 illegals flew into the U.S. via this program, with 80% of them, 161,500 something, 562, arriving in the state of Florida in 4 cities: Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, and Tampa. Remember, this is pretty evident as to why, because the states that the Democrats really want to turn purple or even blue would be Florida and Texas, especially right now. And they hate that DeSantis is in charge of Florida, and that Florida has turned red. They hate it. So this is definitely, this isn't about helping people. This is about regime change, okay? So the top 15 cities migrants flew into, and the numbers during this 8-month window are below. That's just 8 months. Miami, Florida, 91,000. Fort Lauderdale, 60,000. New York City, 14. Houston, and on. So it gets lower and lower. Austin, 171. But all the big cities, San Francisco, Atlanta, Chicago, Vegas, they were all hit by this. So he says, I've attached the raw DHS data provided in the subpoena response showing all of the locations the migrants flew into during these 8 months. DHS also revealed in the subpoena response that as of October 2023, there was a backlog of about 1.6 million applicants waiting for DHS approval to fly to the U.S. via this parole program. Okay, so let's see what this parole program actually is. In response to the DHS data revealing Florida received the overwhelming majority of migrant flights during the 8-month window, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' office provided Fox the following statement: Biden's parole program is unlawful and constitutes an abuse of constitutional authority. That's the MO of the Biden regime, is defying the Constitution. Anything unconstitutional, they're all for it. Florida is currently suing Biden to shut it down, and we believe that we will prevail, Jeremy Redfern says, who's the press secretary. DHS also wrote in the subpoena response that all individuals paroled into the United States are, by definition, inadmissible, including those paroled under the CHNV processes. Okay, I really need to know what exactly this acronym means. And some of you may already know. Okay, so it's called Processes for, it's a humanitarian program apparently, right? The humanitarian program to bring criminals into the States, okay? And this is, so it stands for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans, Okay, that's what CHNV stands for. It's pretty specific. Representative Mark Green, chairman of Homeland GOP, told Fox in response, what they're essentially saying is that the laws passed by Congress have said that these people are inadmissible. And so they created a program to try to get around those laws. The thing is, they don't have the authority to create such a program. By their own admission, they're breaking the law. Reminder, the CHNV parole program created by the Biden admin in January 2023 allows up to 30,000 migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela to bypass the southern border entirely and fly into the U.S. directly from foreign countries for a 2-year humanitarian parole grant if they have a sponsor in the U.S. and are vetted, approved for travel. The flights are commercial and are not funded by taxpayers. The program recipient or their sponsor pays for it? I'm suspicious. And the parole grant allows the recipient to apply to work. The Biden admin considers the program a lawful pathway, and the migrants flying into the U.S. via the program are not included in the southern border numbers. According to CPB data, at least 404,000 migrants have flown into the U.S. via this parole program since it first began. 154,000 Haitians, 95,000 Venezuelans, 84,000 Cubans, 69,000 Nicaraguans. So far, legal challenges to this controversial parole program have failed in court. A Texas lawsuit was dismissed earlier this year after a judge ruled the state didn't have standing to sue. More lawsuits are pending. The Biden admin says the program is a lawful use of executive parole authority. Yeah, they consider the program a success. Why wouldn't they? Of course they're going to say that. And believe it provides an incentive to not cross the U.S. border illegally. The numbers of Haitians and Cubans crossing illegally have steeply fallen as a result of the program. Critics say the program essentially waves a magic wand to mass import hundreds of thousands of otherwise inadmissible migrants into the U.S. Let's see here. Into the U.S. with the likelihood of them ever leaving or being deported if they stay past the permitted parole grant being remarkably low. Yeah, they're not going home after 2 years. They're staying. You kidding me? There's no way they're going to send them home. So this is this is part of the subpoena. This is what they provided as far as numbers in a table. And I'm not going to go through all of this, but as we saw, the biggest numbers of refugees were going into Florida. Okay. As you can see, like Fort Lauderdale, just in the 10,000, 12,000 in Miami. That was just 1 month. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. Got that wrong. Yeah. So it was a lot. So people have said, of course, it keeps people from entering our country illegally. They're still coming in illegally. They're just being helped to enter illegally by the government. Got it. Exactly. And make no mistake, George Soros is loving this because he's behind it. This guy has had so many visits to the White House. I swear, you might as well just live there, dude. Just move in. Treason, impeachable. Let's go down here. The millions of illegal aliens invading our country are going to vote for Joe Biden in the 2024 election. Yeah, this isn't for the future. This is for now. They are going to vote in this election, even though they cannot vote. They will vote anyway because of the shenanigans and the cheating, which they love to do. Clarification, the U.S. Constitution has stated only U.S. citizens can vote in American elections. Dead people and illegal aliens cannot vote. My gosh, that sounds 100% illegal. From the videos I've seen every day, these newcomers are tolerant, very interested in assimilation. Yeah, all these lawyers and doctors and scientists, yeah, but it's not. It is the white supremacist, xenophobic bigots that are responsible for all the mass murders, all the looting, all the measles killing police officers. This seems like something KGP would say, right? Yeah, that's exactly what they would say. Oh, it's all the white people that are causing all this violence. I'm not seeing very much, I'll be honest. That's honestly. How come the Democrats keep getting away with all this? We are watching the destruction of our country. Biden is targeting Florida. DeSantis to try to make him look bad. Deport these people. Follow if you agree. Yeah, this is the most corrupt thing I've seen in the U.S. Nixon resigned over spying on somebody, and that was a bit of a setup too. And Woodward was involved in not a good way, as opposed to the narrative that we were told. Bob Woodward was an operative. Like, this guy's like a CIA operative. He's not just a journalist. Shocker, huh? So, yeah, according to Table C, nearly 80% were flown to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. It looks like they're trying to sabotage Ron DeSantis. Why isn't the propaganda media reporting? Well, because there's a propaganda media. A naked attempt to turn Florida blue, which, yeah, they really want to flip this. They really want to put a Democrat candidate in there and also get, Biden reelected. Yep. And that essentially sums it up right there. Today's illegals, tomorrow's Democrats. Right there. So anyway, let me know what you think, folks. It's just another of the Biden regime crimes on a list of a huge, ever-expanding U-Haul list of Biden's crimes that he's heading up right now. So anyway, let me know what you think, folks. Put a like on the video if you like it, and please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.